Good morning, everyone. Today is little bit cloudy day. Well, little bit sunny, little bit cloudy. It's mid of the winter here, so it's very common, I think. Today I will talk about some nature and some problems of the environmental issues which are currently facing. So if I ask you what is the most important problem right now in the world, well, there are two types of disasters, like natural disasters and man-made disasters. So we cannot do anything, regarding the natural disasters, like when the earthquake will happen, we never know that, and how devastating could be the earthquake. But except that, there are many problems, many disasters which are caused by human activities. So the human are the responsible for those disasters. So today I will focus on this type of disasters. One is called landslide. So if you know what is landslide, those who are not familiar with this word, so landslide is kind of like slow failure, especially in the mountainous area. If it is due to the heavy rainfall for a longer period of time, then it causes the bonding between the soil particles, and it will cause the failure. So it means soil becomes look like liquid, like flow of water, so flow of soil. So that is kind of landslide. And there are some differences, or in Asia we call it landslide, or debris flows, or something like that. But in the Western country, all are called landslide. And the main reason for the landslide is the continuous or heavy rainfall. And if you look at the rainfall pattern for the last decade, I would say, recently the heavy rainfall or intensity of the rainfall has become very severe. It means that due to the global warming, the climate is changing, and many places where there is not so much rainfall before, but in recent time it has increased the rainfall. So we cannot avoid this. This is natural phenomena, or sometimes heavy rainfall causes the natural disasters, as I mentioned, debris flows, or landslide, or flood, waterlogging in the urban areas. But at the same time, we can predict, we can monitor the flow, whether this flow might be fallen or fade in the future or no. So we should spot the hazard area, or hazard, we should prepare the hazard map so that nobody can build their house, or nobody can build anything near those disastrous area or hazardous area. The thing is that landslide very often causes a lot of damages, not only the soil, properties of the people, but also the lives of the people. In recent years, if you check like which natural disasters cause the maximum number of deaths for the people, will find that certainly it is landslide. It's very, sad, because many people believe that landslide is kind of man-made disasters, or not always the natural disasters. Because last time, I think 2 years back, in near the Kanto area, middle of Japan, so there was a big landslide happened, and it was due to the false landfill, or I will say like it is not properly landfilled area, a slope, while some construction happened there. Anyway, so those type of landfill is not purely natural disasters, I will say, rather than cause of man-made or human-made disasters. But whatever it is, landslide, the main cause for landslide is heavy rainfall, and number 2 is the earthquake. In many parts of the world, after the earthquake, the landslide happened, especially near the highways and near the expressways or embankments. So there are mainly 2 reasons for landslide. Number 1 is heavy rainfall or continuous rainfall, and number 2 is earthquake. Well, now let's see how can we protect our properties or lives from the landslide. The answer is, it is really difficult, because the thing is that like nobody predict like when and where the earthquake will be happen. So you never know when and where and what time the earthquake will happen. So if it happens somewhere and that causes the landslide, then we cannot do basically anything. And the thing is that if we have the like heavy rainfall, continuous rainfall, we can predict that, well, it will rain for a few days with or like heavy rain for few hours. So in that time, the people who live near the slope area or mountainous area, they should be evacuated. The local government or the like weather office, they must warn them that you have to evacuate, otherwise it might cause the possible landslide. So this is one way how we can save our properties or save our lives from the potential the way to save our lives from the landslide disasters. And can you imagine that, like, especially if it is like mountainous area, so all the houses, all the roads or highways goes through the near the valley of mountains, right? So it's kind of impossible to monitor all the ways. But one thing you can certainly do is that you can monitor the slope where there are many buildings or structures, highways, the kind of you can have potential danger. So today's talking, I just mentioned like two types of natural disasters, like landslide and also like caused of landslides due to the earthquake. And the thing is that most of the time we cannot predict these two natural disasters. Where can it be happened and when can it be happened? So this is the most challenging part of today's engineers, especially who are working in geotechnical engineering field. This is their responsibility, like how to protect the people's life or the society from the earthquake. Okay, that's all from today. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye bye.